Hello, lovely people. Welcome. Welcome in. Welcome to today. It is the day of the dawning. We have reached this monumentous event where we are now moving into the age of Aquarius. Okay, you guys, this is huge. All right, first thing I want to say is whoever in the world left this at my front door, this little bug ornament, oh my God, thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. There was no note attached to it, just a little Christmas ornament that looks just like my little buggy bear. And I just was very appreciative and touched by the thoughtfulness. So whoever did that, thank you very much. Both Bug and I really enjoyed receiving it. And thank you to Auntie Val who got Bug a little Christmas scarf. He appreciates that, although he did kind of knock it off. So I tried to wrap it around him, but he was not really that jazzed about it. But thank you. Okay, so let's get to it, you guys. This is the deal. I took some notes because I think this is so important, okay? I really can't stress the exceptional validity that this means for our experience as a humankind on the earth right now. So this is all about moving beyond the limitations of the past. This is about Saturn going into Aquarius requires us to be open-minded and requires us to have a willingness to do things differently, okay? So the experience that we've been having on Earth as we know it is now going to start changing. It's going to start shifting. And what's in front of us is technological advances that will improve the quality of life here on Earth, okay? So some ways that we might be seeing that now is that there is a rollout of the vaccination for the virus. That's a pretty huge technological advance. And for something to have, for it to be so, to create something to combat a global pandemic so quickly with such a high success rate is very interesting. So, I think, we're kind of all in this, I don't know where you're at with the perspective on if this is how this is for you or the experience of actually, the thoughts you have about getting the vaccination or how you have experienced this. I think the message I'm trying to say is that there are going to be advances that are going to improve the quality of our life. So there's something to be said about that experience. And everyone can benefit greatly from understanding each other, understanding the diversity of others, and knowing that everyone is fundamentally the same despite the differences we are. Despite the differences, we are all humankind, okay? We are all human. And now we are moving into a space that will really be focusing on the collective, on the greater good, on the all of humanity. So as Saturn transits, so the duration of Saturn being in Aquarius is today until March 7th, 2023. Okay, so put a pin in it. All right, so Saturn will transit into Aquarius for about the next 3 years and Saturn cycles on about a 28-year cycle, and it's starting a new cycle. So Aquarius initiates the shift from this dense earth energy that we've been in this Capricornian energy, into a swifter, more air element. So the great conjunction that we have coming up on the 21st between Saturn and Jupiter will start a new era cycle that will last for the next 200 years, okay? This is huge. So while in the sign of Aquarius, what's going to be happening is it's going to become easier for us to move beyond the limitations of our past. So we've been really caught up in this slow archetype, like this very slow, sort of dense, top-down experience on the earth plane, where there's been, we've been in this sort of industrial revolution, and now we're moving out of that moving into this technological revolution, where we're moving into a more technologically advanced globalization, where we can communicate with everybody on the planet via technology. Okay, so this is going to shift the world as we know it. And 2020 has really been sort of this test, if you will. We've been sort of incubating this test while being forced to be in our homes. So this has really given us a grander understanding of how we can navigate the earth plane while not being able to navigate the earth plane, okay? So a shift in thinking that supports the authentic self-expression and that also honors the personal individuality, and the emphasis is on healing the collective. The common goal becomes working toward the good of all, not every man for themselves, survival of the fittest. We're going to be working together to heal the collective, okay? So that we can come together and really stand powerfully in creating a global world, a global economy that supports everybody, a planet that is in alignment with really addressing the isms from, in this country, we've been having lots and lots of conversations around racism, institutional oppression, and, continuing to further that conversation so that we are collectively coming together to address the systematic issues that have kept certain populations from receiving equality in the same way it has for the white people. So that conversation is going to continue to be had, and we're going to be continuing to heal that space so that we can come together to work together. We're also going to be, for me, one of the things that I've been really seeing, and now that I'm super sensitive to it, is addressing speciesism and addressing why the planet is actually in the condition it's in. So considering that the number one cause of greenhouse gas emissions is animal agriculture, now it's time that we start addressing that and looking at what does it mean to move out of that structure into a healthy mind and body, okay? So there are so many things that are going to be shifting and changing over the next several years, as well as the world is going to be changing over the next 200. So this is just a really phenomenal time to be alive. I hope everybody's as interested in what's to come, okay? And remember, just stay grounded, be present, set the intentions, align for what's in your best and highest good, keep doing the work. We've just been talking about it. We've been talking about it, this isn't, unless you're just tuning in, welcome, my name's Adrienne, this is my channel, Evolved Humanity. We've been talking about this experience for some time now, so here it is. Today's the day. Let's see. Let us see what kind of energy we can pull. All right. So again, the dolphin spirit, this and that are true. Let spirit guide you, embrace the in-between, and be peace. All of these energies, all of these cards are facing in the direction of the dove. So I think what's happening is we're moving into a place of peace. And we're in between right now. We're in between these worlds We're embracing what was as we move forward towards what it is that is on the horizon. And I think it's really important to continue to trust in the divine nature of what is happening. Continue to ask Spirit to guide you. Whoever your Spirit, whoever your God is, whatever it is that you rely on for guidance, whether it be an internal voice or you actually request support from, an actual ascended master or guide, if you will. It's important to continue to ask for guidance, embrace where we're at, and know where we're going. Okay, this is just absolutely just beautiful. We're moving. We're in the move. We're on the move, you guys. We're in flight. We're taking flight. So let's see. The air energy is no longer going to be. It's air energy. It's not grounded so tangibly on this earth, this slow moving earth energy. So that is, for somebody like me who's an air sign and who has a lot of air sign in my chart, that to me is exciting. I am less comfortable in that dense earth energy than I am in the air energy. So for those of you who have a lot of earth energy in your chart, it's going to feel uncomfortable, but it's going to really up-level us. We're in the space of up-leveling. We're in the awakening, okay? So let's see. Let's see what message comes through right now. Yeah, Four of Pentacles. Really just like staying grounded. Just really just being, just taking it down a notch. Just being with it and really thinking about what it is that your heart desires and what no longer is serving you. So what was it that I said? Really focus on moving beyond the limitations of the past. So whatever has been burdening you, whatever has been difficult, whatever has been, holding you down, that is shifting, okay? But you're not seeing it yet. You're not seeing it yet. You're still in this space of confusion because you really don't know where you're going. But you are in this manifestation energy, but you are still in this space of really like, you're kind of confused about what's on the horizon because you can't see it yet because you're still in this experience. We're just going through it. It is just, we're on the brink of this massive transformation and you can't quite see what's ahead of you yet, okay? And you're still going through the loss of what was, okay? But look, the Two of Wands, she's looking out. She's looking out on the horizon. She's like, where am I going? What is in front of me, right? She's looking. She sees, but she can't see it yet. She's not quite there yet. And she's still caught up in a little bit of the confusion of where she's going and what she's manifesting. And there's also there's a lot of hope, excitement around really being independent and stable and grounded. And there's also some fear about, what does that actually look like? How does that actually play itself out in my life? Where am I actually going with this energy? Because I cannot see it yet. I cannot see it yet, okay? You will though, because what is really important to remember, this is going to be happening over the next 6 months. I got in my timing card the Six of Cups, so I'm looking at that between the next 5 and 6 months, everything's going to get really clear. By mid 2021, things are going to be transforming in ways that you will tangibly be able to see. And what that's going to look like is you're going to be really grounded in a very stable emotional state, and really, things are going to be abundant, however that might look for you. You're going to have everything you need. Okay? But right now, you might not necessarily, you're not seeing it. It's not that you might not necessarily see it, you're not seeing it. But just keep thinking, keep focusing on what it is that your heart desires, because that is what you're manifesting, okay? And there's something about really spending some energy around getting to a really pure space for yourself, releasing the burdens of the past, the baggage of the past, really conserving your energy right now and releasing all this baggage, because that's there's some change here. We're in between these two worlds. We're not quite moved beyond this experience yet. We're embracing the in-between. We're kind of in and out. We're still over here, but we're moving over here. We're not quite there yet. But we're moving in that direction. Okay? And there's still some conflict around, there's still some difficulty, some strife related to how you want to go forward. There could be people's opinions on how you should do that you may have given too much weight on, and now this is you moving beyond those limitations. This is about you moving beyond whatever messages you've told yourself or received from the external world about really what is for your best and highest good. And I think what Spirit is saying is that what's going to happen is you're just going to keep moving. You're just going to keep it pushing. You're just going to keep going forward towards continuing to build, to be the architect of your life, of your manifestations, because you are really standing in this new space of inspiration, and you're really looking at what it is, what you're manifesting. Okay, this is new energy that you have been working really hard to create so that you can build the life that your heart has been desiring, okay? All right. So, yes. So you're moving through you're moving through the past that has held you back, that has wounded you, that has disillusioned you. You've been working really hard to create abundance in your life, and you're now moving you're moving through this portal of you're coming forward as a warrior, if you will. The Nine of Wands is that wounded warrior. You have really been through it. You have really, this hasn't been easy for you, okay? There's been a lot of trials and tribulations on your path that have been misguided or misled. And you've been working really hard to create a relationship with yourself and with Spirit, so that you can live a life that is in alignment with what your mission is that you're being called to action to do, okay? This is a call to action. You've been doing the work. You're working through the details of releasing and letting go, the sadness and disappointments. You're not quite sure where you're going. There's some confusion around that, but you are manifesting what it is that your heart and your soul has really wanted. So this is epic. Yeah, 10 of Pentacles, 8 of Wands, 3 of Cups, Chariot. All right, so it's going to get swifty. So what is on the horizon is stability in your home and your family, and you're communicating that which you desire. You're communicating with those around you, with your community around you, with yourself. You're really being clear and, swift about the direction you're headed in. And you might not know exactly where that is, but you are clear that you're moving in that direction, okay? So I think it's important to know that there is, in this space of confusion and uncertainty, there is some strife and stress, and that's not necessary. It's not necessary for you to put yourself through some unnecessary stress right now. Just really stay grounded, and I think it's really important that you pull back, and release, whatever needs to be let go of. Work through your disappointments. Trust that the energy that you're aligning yourself in is really pure, okay? Because you are letting go of past karmic baggage. And you've been through a lot, and you're working through that, and you're working towards really tangible, stable, grounded, a stable, grounded, emotionally connected, balanced self that is working to align in your mission, okay? So as we go forward, just know that even if it's not that clear to you right now, you don't have to know the answers. Just keep staying grounded and trust that where you're headed is toward where you've been manifesting, and that you have worked really hard to create this. And there's going to be some things, we're still in the in-between here. So there's still going to be some things, some loose ends that need to be tied up, okay? But you've got this. This is critical that you really trust yourself, that you are moving in the direction of where your heart has really set its intention, okay? Awesome. All right, you guys, rock and roll. Have a good rest of your day. If you like the content that I am creating, please give me a thumbs up down here. Subscribe, share, leave me a comment for some feedback on some different kinds of readings you'd like. Either way, here we go, you guys. Welcome to the age of Aquarius. This is awesome. Have a great rest of your day. I'll see you tomorrow. Take care.